Hello, how is everyone today? I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com and I am here for a box opening party today. I am experimenting with my technology again. And that's because I want to make sure that I don't know, I feel like when I look at the comments, because I'm using an iPad, when I look at my comments that roll in, my eyes go to a different direction than where my camera is. But right now, I have my camera, I flip my iPad the other way. But that means I have to get used to where I push buttons because you can see. Hi, Betty. Hi, Luann. Hi, Rebecca. You can see where my fingers are now more so. I just maybe have to get used to it. I don't know. But I'm going to try it this way because I can see your comments right below the camera now. So I feel like I'm looking at you while I'm still talking to you. Hi, Denise. Thank you for saying where you're from too, Rebecca. It was nice to meet you when we were in Vienna. And gosh, it's late there. Well, it's like what, 10 or 11 o'clock. So thank you for participating with us. I know this isn't usually my time, but I was trying to work in a time where it would work with my kids being away from the house. Because when they're home, I feel like it's kind of pushing them all to be quiet. Right now, my husband's down in the basement watching TV, and he's a quiet guy anyways, but they're both at work. So it's kind of nice to it's kind of nice to just do this at this time. So I hope you guys are okay with that. I know, Karen, I've got lots of stuff. So I have this team and my upline, which I'm part of, also has the team. And what we do every catalog is we buy. And we buy it. No, I'm not showing this on YouTube too, Jean. Not right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to record it and send the recording to YouTube. So this way I can actually see your comments rolling in and talk with you and address you. But when it's YouTube and Facebook at the same time, I'm pretty much overwhelmed. So hi on YouTube after the recording's done, you guys. Sorry, but you're gonna have to see it afterwards. Anyways, her and I, we decided to an order together, and so she orders, and then I order based on what she orders, and we get different things, and then we expedite so that we can get them as fast as we can. And so we already shared these things with our team. So I've got all this stuff sitting behind me. You can see it on the table behind me. I've even got some on the floor and some on the other counter, and I want to show you new goodies. If you're a demonstrator already, you're seeing the catalogs, you're seeing the publications, and you're able to make your wish list and all that kind of stuff. If you're not a demonstrator, then you're just relying on all of us who are showing off the new goodies, right? And so that's what we are doing. I'm showing you also some things that I was able to order soon after we were in Vienna for on stage. They call that the product purchase premiere. And so we can pre-order then, and then we can, all the demonstrators, across the globe can order on December 1st for these publications. So that's what I did. And yes, who was that made that comment? We made cookies, Donna. So my son's girlfriend is it's like having a daughter. It's so crazy because she gets all excited about stuff that I get excited about, that my kids used to get excited about, but now they're cool teenage guys. And so it's harder because they're they're not asking to do things that I loved, and all of a sudden Jaylene comes along in our lives and she's like, can we bake cookies? And Nick's like, yeah, let's bake cookies, Mom. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I've been having fun having a female around. So yeah, anyways, I want to show you some goodies that I pre-purchased, and if your wish list gets a mile long like Karen's, that's okay. Just, get things in batches, whatever you can get things that you need. All right, let me grab the first pile. It's over on this side. Hang on. So, of course, there's sweets in the catalog, just like past catalogs. And this sweet is the, so I'm going to jump around. I'm not going in catalog order because I'm just kind of having them flow together. And I have to push this button up here. A minute. There we go. Something or other. Okay, so here, let's do this first. I'm going to put the catalog in front of you, the catalogs, so you can see the covers. See, now I feel like I'm off to one side too much because we're just going to deal with it this time, okay? My camera, for those of you that came in a little bit afterwards, I flipped my iPad around so that I'm talking more so to the camera than like actually like making eye contact with you than looking off to my right or left or whatever you guys see on your end because the comments are closer to the camera this time. Hey, Wendy from Apple Valley. High five. All right, it's cold here, isn't it? So cold. Here are the publications. This is the peek at what the covers of the catalogs will look like. I can't show you the insides yet. That's a no-no. So, but you will love the goodies that I'm going to share. I'm going to open this one up off to the side, and I'm going to just flip to this one page because I want to make sure that I'm telling you correct information here. Ah, there we go. We'll just do it that way. Good idea, Rachel. This is the Regency Park suite, and I don't have all of it, but these are parts for one of the suites, and there are, in the catalog, 8 suites. So it's a big size catalog again. It's 12:21 a.m. Where are you at, Charlene? It says SA, and I see your flag, but oh, I'm not very good at that. Sorry, you're gonna have to tell me exactly where you're from because I'm picturing Australia for some reason, but I don't think that's a flag, and I think you would be further ahead. Anyways, so tell me a little bit more in detail. Hi, Katerina. Good to see you. All right, so these are some things that I have from the suite. I got 4 items from this suite. This is one of the suites that my all-star group is going to be featuring. South Africa. There you go. Thank you, Charlene. So this is one that our all-star group is going to feature in one of our tutorial bundles. And those of you that follow my blog at stampyourartout.com know that myself and 11 other demonstrators from around the globe, we each create a project with one of the suites. We do it together with the same suite, and then we feature that suite for a month. And then the next month we do a different suite. This is one of them that will be coming up. Again, it is called the Regency Park. So we have the Sentimental Park stamp set. We have the Sentimental Park dies. And we have some other things. We have paper in there too, but I don't have all of it with me. I don't have this whole suite yet. I can only buy so much at a time, right? So the Sentimental Park stamp set, you can see, has some real nice fonts and words that you can combine together to make some great phrases for your cards and projects. We've also got images that you can die cut. And over here, you can see that there are 3 frame dies that will cut out these pieces here, this flower, and this grouping of flowers. And then you've got these other detailed dies. So you've got tiny little flowers, kind of an overlapping one, and one that's more solid. So you can do like an outline on top. Here's another example here and here. And then you've got the stem with leaves on the side. And then you've got these wonderful frame type dies. All right, so with the frame dies, when I was doing this live in our demonstrator group with my upline Susan Campfield, she had all of this, and she was sharing with us that when you die cut this piece, and I'm sorry, I haven't die cut everything yet, but when you die cut this piece, these little areas here, can you see that? This is a cut. This will cut out right along here, and this will cut out right along here, so that when you die cut this next size, it will slip in to those little slots. So this little piece can layer in within this larger frame, and then the flowers overlap. It's so cool. So cool, right? Fun. Okay, and what else do we have in that suite? Sorry, just trying to catch comments at the same time. The dies are beautiful, Juanita. I agree with you. Sorry, just checking to see if there are any questions. Or if you guys have questions as we go along and I don't get to them, will you please just repeat them, okay? All right, the adhesive back milky dots are the embellishments that come in that suite. Well, one of the embellishments. The other one is the ribbon. And the dots you can see have some glossy glow, kind of a sheen to them. They're a little higher profile. They're probably about 1/8 of an inch tall. The smaller ones, a little bit shorter, but it's nice to have those different sizes, isn't it? And the colors, we're going to test Rachel on colors. I do not know because they don't list them on here. Let's see if I can find them really quick. Regency Park, here it is. Oh, I found it in the catalog. Night of Navy, Petal Pink, White, and Mango Melody. And I would not call this white, but it's definitely like a clearish, it's more like, I don't know, it's more like vanilla, I feel. Anyways, yeah, Mango Melody. This is Night of Navy. And then we got Night of Navy Ribbon in here. It's kind of got a stiffer feel to it, but it's really nice and thin. And the same shine or sheen on each side, right? So when we tie a bow, they are lovely dies. I agree. And thank you for sharing, Betty. When you share the video, that means that other people might be alerted to it and can join in with us. So it makes really nice bows. Very pretty. And I love that it's not super shiny, but it's just got enough shine to it. Let's see. Oh, speaking of navy, so I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to grab this next pile. These are another embellishment that we have that's kind of hidden in the catalog. They are called Enamel Dot Essentials. And you can see we've got white, crumb cake, and navy again. But the white, once again, isn't like a pure white. I would say it's closer to, and I brought in 3 different neutrals that we carry. Milky. Milky. It's very milky. That's the great word. Thank you so much, Diana. When you bring in the very vanilla, the basic white, and the shimmery white, I feel like it's closest to the shimmery white cardstock. So if you wanted to get some cardstock, neutral cardstock to go with it, that one's really ideal. The crumb cake, and then navy is more of a pure navy than that last embellishment was. It looks kind of black in the camera, but it's definitely a dark, deep blue. Okay. Should demonstrators have received catalogs? Great question, Kathy. Yes, but you have to wait. They send them bulk mail. And if you look in the catalog information on the demonstrator side of the website, I believe the date, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I thought it was December 22nd. So if you don't get your complimentary catalogs, your publications by then, you would want to reach out to demonstrator support, and they will send another set out to you in a faster way so that you get them sooner. Every once in a while, some of them get lost. So good to see some of you are getting yours already. Just hang in there. Hopefully yours will come soon. Now these embellishments here with the crumb cake and the creamy white, the shimmery white, I thought went really well with this paper. I know that there's navy in there too, but you could add some navy cardstock to these and make some really fun cards with these animal prints. So we have another animal print type of paper set. Here we go. Now you can see all 6 designs on this side. The colors in this set of papers are basic gray, early espresso, Sahara sand, and soft suede. And then of course you've got your white in there too for this background here. A nice cat print there, and looks like some skins of alligators and zebra. Is that zebra? I don't know. Scales, some kind of lizardy thing. All right. And oh, good. Some of you are chiming in so that you're empathizing with her. Yes, if you haven't gotten your catalog yet, you are not alone. This is the A side of the cardstock because we have silver and gold on this side. So we have some shimmer and shine. Now, because we have white matte in the background, this paper is ideal for doing like blending on or sponging on extra colors so that you can have like, instead of a white and silver, you could have like a purple and silver or something like that, right? So you can do that with all of these. All of these have white in between the foily portions of the cardstock. So speaking of animals, I have another product to share with you. And I always want to sing a little tune when I look at this stamp set. The Love Cats are a little, yeah, anyways, you guys know the Love Shack song? Love Cats. I don't know. The tune is in my head every time I look at this set. Love Cats, it's a cling stamp set. It's, so cling, red rubber. And you get these cute, adorable cats. I'm a cat fanatic. I've had 4 in my lifetime. We currently do not have a cat, and I love kitties so much. Anytime I'm at somebody's house, I just adore anybody's cat. So cute little images here with them. Just, I don't know. This is my style. I just love it. I love hanging out with you, head over heels. Hi there, Valentine. So great for Valentine's Day, or just, saying hello to somebody, telling them how much you appreciate them. Ruth Ann, high five. She loves the Love Cat set too. Yeah, so I got that for Valentine's stuff. And speaking of Valentine's stuff, I'm going to bring this in. Let's see if I'm going to grab I do have cardstock. We're going to just use what I got here. Okay, so I have another suite that I want to show you. And this is a suite that's not like the main Valentine-ish stuff, right? But perfect, perfect for Valentine's Day as well. Sorry, Wendy. I put that song in her head. There is a whole suite of products called Country Floral Lane that's definitely geared towards Valentine looking stuff. And then on the next page of the catalog, you have another set or a bundle that's called Love for You. And then if you keep flipping, this is where you'll see the bundle that I'm sharing with you now and the Love Cats. So they're all at the beginning of the catalog. Share a milkshake. I know we've had some ice cream sets in the past, but for some reason, kind of like flowers, when I see them, I have to get them. I love the ice cream stuff. Hi, Kelly. So I tend to grab them up, even if in the past we had some. I have to have ice cream cards. I have to make stuff like this, and I can't even eat it unless it's lactose free. But for some reason, I just get a kick out of all this sweet stuff. It's just so cute and yummy and cheerful. Do you see these funky little images here? I'm going to show you how to stamp those in just a second. But you've got a couple cups, or whatever you want to call those, for holding your desserts, and you've got a dessert that fits at the top of those really nicely. But you also got this fluffy stuff, and then we've got some dies too. You got hearts, just to because you got to have hearts in a set that has the word Valentine. We've got a straw, so your solid part, and then your other part that will go on top to add color, or some striped colors or whatever. You've got your little spoon. I love little spoons, you guys. And look at this. There's a tiny little spoon die. And more hearts and some more fluffies and a waffle cone that you can fold. I'm doing well, Kelly. How are you? And then this is really fun too. This little crisscrossy thing. It's kind of like the top part of the waffle cone, right? More fluffies, the cups you can cut out, the straw you can cut out the top that goes on top of the cups, and you can cut out that little cherry. So let's move to some stamping, just because I have a hard time just sharing. So I brought in Pool Party ink, and we're going to go ahead and stamp with this paper here. Just going to demonstrate really quickly here. Let's zoom in too, okay? I know, spoons, little tiny spoons. I have a thing for little spoons, Jean. Do you? I have a thing for them. Okay, so we're going to ink up our stamp, and, ooh, Rachel, good for you. Look what you remembered. The Cure did a song called, they did, Katie. You're right. There is a song called The Love Cats by The Cure. I used to listen to The Cure all the time. That dates us. Okay, so we're going to put a solid stamp down, and we're going to do one that's also stamped not as bold. Now, with Pool Party, your stamped off ink isn't quite ideal for this. So I'm going to show you that you might have to experiment with whatever ink you are wanting to use for your your cup or your glass or whatever you want to call this. So with the pool party, I think that tone, just the full ink and the full ink for both of these is going to give you the best look. Because if we do stamped off, or second generation, I should say, and then we do first generation, there's really such a huge difference between the two. So you can, experiment with that and pick and choose. But sometimes the lighter the ink, the better it is to just go full ink, full ink. But if you're going to do something like Night of Navy, stamp off first because it's going to be too deep, too deep. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside. Those were my stamps for that. And then I'm going to show you the dies, okay? So let's bring in the dies. And they're not stuck to this. Only a couple were because, again, we were scrambling to share everything in our team. So, but yeah, you got your little chocolate ice cream that could go into either one of those. You've got your cherry, and if you cut out another cherry, you can do your stems separately that way, or you could just take a marker and color it. Here's those hearts in the dies. Here's what you get if you cut out that little web. Oh my gosh, you know what this reminds me of as a former elementary teacher? If you wanted to do, I'm going to find some white paper here. If you wanted to do multiplication practice with your kiddos, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 times. You could do 8 times 6 with this one, or you could cut the little meshy thing down and do multiplication facts that are smaller than 8 times 6. And those of you that teach or that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Very fun, hands-on way of learning multiplication. These are the little things that cut out when you've cut this out. You've got confetti. So you could take and cut out lots of pretty papers, maybe glimmer papers with that, and create some confetti. Here's the baby spoon. Here's the straw. Here's more fluffies. Yep. And here's the waffle cone. So this is what you get with the waffle cone. You get this textured piece because it embosses and it die cuts at the same time. I know, I love my math, Kathy. And then you fold it over and you go like this. Oops, one goes in better than the other. And like that. And hey, let's just put some chocolate ice cream in there and build them up. Build them up. Do a few more mounds of ice cream. Such a yummy collection of products, and I'm spending way too much time on this. Let's move to the next one. All right. So one more thing on the topic of Valentine's Day. These are another one of those hidden embellishments, something that's not like featured really well in the catalog, kind of up in a corner. And these are called the opaque adhesive back gems. Fresh freesia, white, sweet sorbet, and gorgeous grape are the colors. You get a ton of them and in 3 different sizes. So if you're looking for something that has that rhinestoney kind of cut to it, but you want them in colors that are opaque and not see-through, this is your answer for Valentine's Day, at least, right? Or for anything, purple, pink, red, white. Very fun. Hey, Nancy. She's chiming in from Canada. Okay, let's go to this table now. And we're going to bring in, I guess I have a little bit more Valentine stuff because I did get some stuff that was in the Country Floral Lane suite. I haven't gotten the whole suite yet, but I got the pastel adhesive back sequins. In fact, some of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers just got a sampling of these coming to them in the mail. Aren't they pretty? I love sequins that are adhesive like this because they're flat, low profile, easy to mail, and easy to make your card have just a little bit of bling. Right, Juanita? Ooh, I want those. And they come in 2 different sizes. So you've got the bluish colors, the pinkish colors, and you've got the gold. And it's kind of a matte gold. So let me tell you exactly. They are, petal pink and balmy blue. But this isn't really kind of that warm pink. I mean, petal pink is kind of a warm pink. I can see petal pink in there, but I can also see it going with, because it's kind of got that more multicolored look, I can see it with going with Fresh Freesia. I can see it going with Blushing Bride. Yeah, and the blue, gosh, again, I can see some greens and purples in that as well. So have fun with those. These are definitely something that everybody should have on their wish list. Another gal from Alberta. Hello, Janet from Canada, another Canadian. Thank you for joining us. This paper is 6x6 in the suite. Actually, there's a couple papers in that suite, I think. Yes, there are a couple papers. This is the 6x6 paper pack. There's another paper pack that is 12x12, and I only have this one, which has the gingham look to it, and it comes in 4 colors and different size kind of gingham look, right? So you can see that we've got balmy blue, mint macaron, petal pink, and sweet sorbet. Great for baby cards, great for Valentine, great for anything just sweet and happy, and even spring kind of cards. If you're going to do paper piecing, a lot of this kind of paper is great for that too, where you stamp and then you cut it out and you put that layer on top of your other stamped image. You know, like if you want to have like a raincoat that had a different kind of design on it without coloring it in, but you wanted a pattern. So that's kind of fun, right? And then also in that suite, we have some ribbons. It's a 2-pack of ribbon. And the 2-pack of ribbon has Real Red and Crumb Cake. And both of them are really nice to work with. This one has a more satiny, slippery feel to it. This one is not so slippery, but they both tie bows really well. Let's just tie a bow on this one. I'm going to have lots of bows on my ribbons when I get done with this video. So you can see that there's a kind of a catch to it. It's not slippery ribbon. So there's that. And then if we do this one, and they're both pretty flat too. This one will create a little bit more bulk in your cards for mailing, but not bad. Not bad compared to some of the other thicker or wider ribbons we've had in the past. This one's very flat. So there's that. Okay. Lots to clean up after I'm done too. Someone come over and help me clean up as we go. Would you do that for me? All right, something else that I thought would be great for this time of year where we're coming into sending cards just to say hello or just to say, hey, I think you're great. I like you. I love you. You know, Valentine-ish time, right? Conversation bubbles. So conversation, it's not burlap, Jean. No, you know, it's called that, but it doesn't have a burlap feel to it. I think it has the name burlap in it. Yes, it does. It says burlap ribbon, Real Red and burlap ribbon, but it is not the feel of burlap at all. It just feels like a regular ribbon. It looks like burlap, but it's not. So conversation bubbles, you know, you could use this for lots of different things. Obviously, you've got your thank you in there, your yay, you know, for celebrations, hello, love you, just a note, sweet. So lots of fun, basic kinds of words to go along with some dies. Yay. And look at all of those dies. So if I can fit them all in the camera here. So there are some dies, these right here, that die cut these little tiny images. But then you've got all of these up here, from this point on up here, that die cut all of those thought bubble images in the stamp set. So every image has a die except for this word, and or these words right up here. Everything die cuts. Okay? And then you've got this one, which will die cut like a portion of, like the bottom portion of a layer of cardstock, so that everything above it becomes the words that are being said. You've got some extra hearts in here too. And then you've got some dies that not only die cut, but they have texture to them. So there's 4 of those, and I've cut those out so that you can see them, but you can see the texture right now as I'm holding it up in the screen. Hey, Deborah, thanks for joining us. I'm happy that you did. You said this is your first time joining in. I hope that you join in many ways in the future too. So let me show you the textured pieces here. So this is what they look like, and maybe I should have die cut them in, say, like a metallic or something. Oops. There we go. Because they're not as easy to look at with this light color, Rachel. Why'd you do them in a light color? Believe me, though, they're textured. You can flip them over, but I think that the flip over look isn't as ideal as, say, one that doesn't have the texture, when you flip this one over, it looks a lot cleaner than the ones that have the texture, if that makes sense. So, but you not only get this many dies, but you get the insides of all of them too. So this die here has this piece. So you have like 2 different sizes of dies that you can work with. You can have one that you stamp on directly or one that frames around your words or whatever you're going to put in there. So very, very worth the money if you like this. Okay, next one. And that was Conversation Bubbles. Sorry. Did you notice too that a lot of the stamp sets and dies have the same name now? So when you have the Conversation Bubbles stamp set goes with the Conversation Bubbles dies. Pretty cool. All right, next we have these packs. So I'm going to zoom out just a bit because this is really close. We have a Memories and More card pack, and we have a Memories and More card and envelope pack. The card and envelope pack is the ones that have the typical foldable cards, right? These are 4.5 by 6.5. They fit into, 4.25 by 6.25. They fit into the 4.5 by 6.5 envelopes. All of these envelopes are the same. They have the same design on the inside and outside on all of the pieces. And you get, how many do you get, Rachel? You get quantity, 20. You get 20 of them. And and then for the cards, you have the Mango Melody Petal Pink and Balmy Blue Mint Macaron combinations. So you get 10 of each of them. Now you don't have to use them with these Memories and More cards, but it's really kind of a great combination because look at this. Instant card to mail to somebody. Instant. I mean, if you want to talk simple, this is simple. This is simpler than any kit we have too, right? You just slap that puppy right on the top. And you've got a couple different choices because they're all double-sided. So we're going to go through these. Let me point this one out too. So let's say you wanted to do something even bigger. So still, you can have an instant card like that. You see just a hint of that blue and green all the way around. And you're not covering up much because really, even though this is a pretty design, you still see a lot of it on the edges, even with a larger card. So these are 4 by 6, these pieces here, and these are 4 by 3. Let me show you how that works. Let's just take these off to the side for a second here. So 2 of these kind of fit in the space of one of those. If you're a scrapbooker that uses pocket pages, Memories and More cards are ideal for them. But a lot of these are made for creating cards as well, because Stampin' Up! Is a lot about cards. We love making cards, right? So let's take a look at all of these. Let's go through this pack first. Sorry, I still have packaging around everything. You Make My Heart Happy, a design, Thinking of You. Looks like we have 2 of everything here. Sorry, I lost my other You Make My Heart Happy. There it is. Hello There, and a design. You Are My Sunshine, and a fun design. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And a thought bubble. Ah, that's why I shared it now. Yes. Let's celebrate. How fun that would be with a ribbon going across here and a couple little gems. You'd have an instant card front. Can't thank you enough. And that design. And then, along with those 4 by 6 cards, we have a couple sticker sheets. So there's 2 of each of these as well. And you have all those little stickers. Now, in the day, when we had Simply Scrappin', is that what we call them? Simply Scrappin' kits. We called these stickers, we called them self-adhesive die cuts. So, yeah, they're cardstock quality. They're not like slippery and real thin, like a regular sticker. They're like a cardstock with adhesive on the back. So extra things to make your cards. Then we've got the 4 by 3 size. We've got the Thrilled for You, and on the back side, some hearts. Back side, wow. As you can see as I go through here, Love This Life. So see, wouldn't that be ideal for scrapbooking, right? So there's scrapbooking thoughts in here too, right? Wishing you the best. This world, wishing you the best blank this world has to offer. You fill in the blank. Lucky to have a friend like you. Thank you so much. So grateful. Yay. Enjoy the adventure. You're sweet. Thinking of you. The best part. Perfect for scrapbookers. You're the best. All right. So there we go. I hope you got a good look at what those look like, because you really don't see them displayed well in the catalog. In fact, you don't see very many of them at all. So hopefully this box opening video helped for that. Next pile. We're moving into some things that kind of made me think of my kids, because like that Memories and More pack, it's more kid oriented in my mind with some of the images, like the little dog. It just kind of looks like it would be ideal for sending some kid cards. Another bundle that I thought was ideal for kids, because I have boys that love Pirates of the Caribbean, is this bundle right here. It's called On the Ocean, with the On the Ocean dies. And if you get rid of this guy here and this guy here, really it's just an old ship. It doesn't have to be scary, you guys. It doesn't have to be a pirate ship, which is why I think they called it On the Ocean instead of Pirate anything, because you could definitely just make a really nice card, just, you know, adventure, excitement, happy birthday, I'd be lost without you, you're a treasure, we can weather this together. So, but the pirate little skull and crossbones just made me think of my boys, because we definitely watched those movies over and over again when they were a little bit younger. So, all right. So what do I have for you to go along with that? I have some of those pieces die cut. So if you look at these dies, you can see that we've got two of the wheels. We've got the whole ship here, and we've got this cloud. The rest of the images, though, don't coordinate with, or they don't die cut the rest of the images, just so you know. But they coordinate with it. So you've got your ship. So we've got our ship that's cut out. Okay. And then you've got the extra little sails on your ship. So you can make your sails a totally different color, and you can even cut out that skull and crossbone. Isn't that cute? And then you've got the waves too. So one of the dies cuts out a bunch of swirly whirlies. And then this one cuts out, sorry, it just cuts out one cut of it. You have to put it to the edge of something, or just have your cardstock a certain length, right? That's this one here. So that's this one. And then you take this one and either layer them together on top of each other. Whoops. Let's see if we can do that here, so that you can get a more detailed looking surge of water next to your ship. Or you can even do it behind. In one of the samples in the catalog, they have this piece done in vellum right behind this piece. And oh, it's just so stunning. It's really cool. Really neat look. So there's that. I'm just going to cut that off and put that there so we don't forget to use that possibly later. So that is On the Ocean. All right, what else do we have? Speaking of water, perfect for International Talk Like a Pirate Day on September 19th. Patty, you're so cute. She sent me a card in the mail that's it was just for National Talk Like a Pirate Day. It was, or international. It was so cute. Thank you so much. That was fun to get. It made me giggle. All right, the next set of products that I'm going to share with you come from the suite called By the Bay. And By the Bay is so amazing. Everyone's gonna want it. All right, these are the dies. This is the stamp set. You've got some words in there with really cool fonts. And then you've got your images. And all of those images, let's see here. Not all of them, sorry, I lied. Many of those images will die cut with these frame pieces. And then you've got some more like on their own independent dies. So you've got a couple shells here, this one here that can open and close because you've got a place where it will score. It'll make a score line there. So you can actually make it fold open and close. You've got some grass or seaweed or whatever you want to think of that as. You've got smaller shells, and then you've got a base here that creates kind of a ground layer. And then we've got pearls. And these pearls are wider and flatter. Ruth Ann says, I'm in trouble. I know. Are you writing these things down? Because that'll help. If you write them down, then when you get to the catalog, you can confirm whether you want to get them or not. All right, so the pearls, the flat adhesive back pearls are that. They are flat, they're adhesive back, and they're just bigger than the regular pearls. They have a more natural pearl look to them. I am in love with all these big ones, obviously. I've used up, how many? 6 already, because I did a set of cards already. And in fact, I'm going to be sharing that cards soon, so you'll want to pay attention and stay tuned on my website for when I share that card. Let me click off that for a minute. Here is the paper. It's 6 by 6. I think I have everything in this suite. I think I'm showing you everything from the suite, which is kind of fun, right? All right, so we have specialty paper because it has, some of them have some gold on them and some of them have more of a iridescent sheen to them, okay? So here we have gold, and then we have on the flip side of that some wood, real subtle wood plank, kind of look. Then we have this image, and on the back side of that we have swirls of color and some gold on that, gold foiling. On this side we have the swirling school of fish, and on the back side we have the birds and the crabs. And then we have gold here, kind of a fun design, and waves on that side. The paper is gorgeous, Jill. I totally agree. Right, Kelly? Yes, I agree. More school of fish, and then some pretty, I should tell you the colors in this, right? I believe we have, let me just read the paper as we go. We have Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana. We have Mint Macaron, Night of Navy. So there you can see the sheen. It's not like a gold, but it's still shiny, kind of that foily look, but it's more like a gloss on top. And then this side here, which could be night sky and the water, or it could be water with land in the background and the daytime sky. I don't know. You could go with whatever, right? Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Sahara Sand. Here's that design again, but this time in the glossy, shiny look. And another, what looks to be like a New Horizons paper scene, right? And then we've got more of this, and the shells on the back side. More of this. And, ooh, that's pretty. There's that. And this is one of my favorites too. I like that a lot. The back side of that one. I'm going to have a hard time deciding which side to use on that. And then these are 2 others, but I've used up 3 sheets of each so far. So you have the one with the shiny oysters on one side and the one with the not so shiny, but they still have the same design. And then you've got kind of a wavy look and just kind of a subtle, soft pastel look on that one. Okay, what else is in that suite? This ribbon here, this kind of ombre-ish ribbon. It is called Balmy Blue Variegated Ribbon. Really cool. It's very thin. It's like, oh gosh, I don't even know how. What's that kind of ribbon that we have that, oh, I can never think of the name of it. Hang on. Seam binding. Seam binding, but this is our crinkle white seam binding. It's actually a little bit thicker than that, but it's it has that thin feel to it. Now you'll see more of the Balmy Blue on one side than you do on the other side, just so you know. This is like the side that got colored. This side doesn't have as much. It's more like the white side. So when you're doing your bows, you might have trouble getting the bows to show, all sides on all 4 areas. Although I had luck there, didn't I? Just have to twist this one, and there we go. There's the finished bow. Upside down. Okay, we're going to move that aside. What's next? Let's grab this one. Speaking of little critters, got some little critters to show you. First, we'll start with the stamp set called Lighting the Way. And I know, right, Doris? So we're having really Arctic weather here now in Minnesota. And I agree with you that anytime I can do a beach card or something with warmth to it, I jump on it because I don't like being cold. Okay, and then here are the dies that go with it. So Lighting the Way stamp set, Lighting the Way dies. I know, right? You guys are like, this is so cool. So if you're okay with bugs, lightning bugs, firefly type bugs, right? Depends on which part of the country you're from, but fireflies, lightning bugs, this is a fun set. You've got your lantern, you've got some extra little fireflies that are detailed, you've got a firefly that you can piece together. I haven't cut this out with my dies yet, but I'm going to show you with, just layering them up how they work. And then you've got these are all frame dies that will cut out these images here, all except the grass, the swirl of little bugs, and then the glows. So you can die cut your fireflies and these little branch pieces here. Now, why are there 2 of the same size? It's because it just makes it go faster. So you stamp it a couple times and you can die cut once to get both of them cut at the same time. Cannon Falls, Minnesota. Yay! Hi, Dorothy. I'm high-fiving you. Can you feel it? All right, thanks for lighting the way. Follow your dreams. You are all kinds of wonderful. So this is how you work this guy. So you've got the head and the thorax, and then you've got your wings, which you would of course put underneath, and then you've got your abdomen. I remember all those terms, you guys. The abdomen I would do in a very glowy or glitzy color, maybe like a shiny glimmer paper, and then you just scooch that underneath, and that abdomen, the little rear end of that fly, will glow. All right, that's it for that one. We've got some dragonflies now. Dragonflies, they stand alone, although you can use them with any of the product, but this is one of those little embellishment packs that you don't notice until you peek at the corners of the catalog pages, and then you're like, oh, look at that. There's little dragonflies up there. So good to see you. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for chiming in and joining us on the live. They're flat, they're silver, and they're shiny. So if you're wondering if they were like a matte kind of finish, no, they're definitely a shiny silver. And they're pretty flat. They're not as flat as the brushed brass butterflies, though, okay? All right, next. More animals. So I'm going to introduce you to some free stuff. Gotta love free. We have a time of year coming up, and it's January and February. It's called Sale-A-Bration. During that time of year, you can get in on free product picks from our Sale-A-Bration brochure. This is one of the free picks, and it coordinates with one of the bundles in the catalog. The bundle. Let's see if I can find it. The bundle. Because, oh, I know the name of it. It's called On the Farm. And On the Farm, I don't have the actual stamp set. I only have the dies because I can't buy it all. But super cute stuff. So let me show you the dies. And why did I get just the dies and not the stamps? Because these dies can cut out parts of the papers. So you've got this scene right here, which is ideal for a scrapbook page, right? Or even just to frame and put on a kid's wall in their bedroom. Pretty. Then here we go. So you can take this cow and cut it out. You can take these two piglets or pigs or whatever, pig and a piglet, and you can cut them out. You can take the lamb and you can cut it out. So because I earned this paper for free, because right now demonstrators can earn Sale-A-Bration products with their demonstrator orders. We get Sale-A-Bration 1 month longer than everybody else. So because I earned this paper, I said, well, I got to be able to cut out those cute little animals. So yeah, had to get it. All right, so there's that. And I believe there are other things that you can cut out too, like the flowers, these little branches. There we go. Can you see those? They're tiny, but they can be cut out too. Okay, and then that's the back side of that one. The colors that are in this paper are Balmy Blue, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Pear Pizzazz, Sahara Sand, and Soft Suede. Fun. Fun little scenes. There's the back side of that one. How is the lighting, by the way? Do you feel like it's better than what I've had in the past? Because I moved my lamp and I kept it there. It was kind of feeling like it was a little brighter on my table. So hopefully you guys are seeing things nice and clear. That's the back side of that one, real subtle. And then we've got, oh, here we go. So there are these dies. Oh, they don't match. Sorry, I lied. Right, because this is more of a detail die. Silly Rachel, it's not a frame die. But yeah, you got windmills here and windmills there, windmills everywhere. And then our last, oh, that looks like chicken wire. And then our last paper has a bunch of veggies on it. Who doesn't love veggies? They're so good for us. And some yellow stripes. So you can create some fun scenes. Now, in addition to the dies that work with the paper, you've also got these hills that have embossing or texture to them. And then you've got these tiny little animals that will cut out all by themselves and make cute little miniature animals for your farm that goes with your windmill. Just, I don't know. I'm loving it. I think it's adorable. Where did I put the thing that goes with that? It's gone. That's fine. I'll find it later. Okay. Okay. Next, Rachel's bound to lose something, right? Oh, good. Thanks, Janet. She's confirming. And thanks, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Bright without shadows. Good. Because I have one that's like, oh, yeah, it's working well, I think, too. I'm going to agree with you, and I'll just shut up. Here we go. We have another suite. So I have everything from this suite, though. This time I have everything. All right. So this one is called Rain or Shine. And we'll start with the stamp set and dies. We have our stamp set called Playing in the Rain. And you can see the cartoonish characters in there are so adorable. We got a bunny, we got a fox, we got a turtle. We have umbrellas, we have puddles, we have flowers. We have just a couple sentiments, some clouds, some rain. And then we have some frames. Frame die cuts, I should say, that cut out those animals, the umbrella, the puddle, the clouds, the flowers. And then you've got some grass pieces, a tree trunk, a kite. You've got a bridge here. You've got these little bow ties that ideally work with the kite. Although I was saying earlier that you could put the bow ties on the characters too, because you could, right? You could. This is supposed to go with, there it goes, that works. It goes with the kite. So you cut out the kite and then you cut out this shape and it goes on top so that you're making a 4-section kite. You've got some butterflies down here too. Let's take a look at the Playing in the Rain paper now. The Playing in the Rain paper, oh, I'm sorry, it's called Rain or Shine paper. And because the paper is named after the suite, by the way. It comes with Basic Black, Balmy Blue, Cajun Craze, Flirty Flamingo, Mango Melody, and Old Olive as its colors. And excuse me. Because I've noticed during this that my mouth is getting dry, and I drank a bunch of water before we started. So here we go. Let's take a peek at all these papers. Oh, I guess I have some that are flipped to show both sides and some that aren't. So this is the A side and B side of this paper. Really cool. And do you see that? The umbrellas have a shine to them too. Oh, there we go. If I tip them that way, you can see the shine better. Really cool. And these guys cut out with the frame die. So you can cut them out. And then you can fussy cut out the other ones because who wouldn't want to? They're so cool. This paper on the front and the back, you can decide what's the A side and what's the B side of this. But this one is the one with the glossiness to it, the shine. Can you see the raindrops are shiny? It's very cloudy day. And then we've got cheerful, bright, flowery, kind of sunshiny look there. We've got raindrops, rows of raindrops. And on the back side, we have extra characters. And these don't cut out, but oh, gotta love it when there's spam that shows up on a live. Let's see. Queen Bella, how do we get rid of you? I don't know. I'll have to get rid of you later. If someone wants to get rid of her comment, that would be great. But yeah, we've got we've got turtles, we've got pigs, and we've got this cute guy. I think he's a doggy, and you can just cut them out and add them to your projects. There's a sample in there with the pig in the catalog, and I was like, where did that come from? And now we know. Here's another sheet of the paper with some shine to it on one side and some really pretty colors on the other side, right? And then we've got these fun characters, and all of these will cut out with the dies because these are the same exact images from the stamp set, but this time colored in. So there they are. There's your turtle, your fox, and your bunny, and they will line up and cut out with those dies from the stamp set. The back side of that is some pink stripes. And then we have this beautiful scene, and the only shiny part of that is the clouds, just the outline clouds at the top there. Kind of fun. On the back side, we've got just kind of a crisscross look. There we go. All right, what else comes in that suite? We have two other things that come in that suite. And I'll bring them in. First of all, we have an embossing folder that will give you raindrops. It's a 6x6 embossing folder, so it's a nice big one. It's not 3D, by the way, but when you have embossed areas that aren't overlapping each other, you don't need 3D. You just have your, it just stands out no matter what. And then this, it's really cute, right? These guys here are so fun. So I figured out that there were at least 6 different ones for sure when we were doing the live with our demonstrator team, but there's probably even more. It feels like there's all different kinds in here, and some are thinner, really thin, really, really, really thin, like, gosh, way less than a micro. Can you see that? How, here, I'm just gonna put it over my thumb. Look at how thin that is, super thin. And then you have some that are just a little bit thicker. Like, let's see if I can pick this one up now. So there's the thickness of that one. It's like twice as thick, but they're still thin. They're super thin, and they're super colorful and pretty, and they almost feel like little rubbery pieces. They're not hard, like plasticky. They're more rubbery. They're softer. Okay, next. Now we're just going to get into some fun papers. Okay, this is another suite. This suite is called the Delicate Desert Suite. And it's funny, when we were first looking at this catalog in Vienna, I said delicate dessert because I was reading it wrong. You know how we confuse those. Let's first take a look at the regular cards, or the paper that's in it. The colors in this are Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Gray Granite, Pale Papaya, Petal Pink, and Soft Succulent. And here are your designs. Looks like, little hills of sand. That's pretty. Very pretty. I don't know what that is. It's just like some kind of emblem, little design. And that looks like a woven design. Matches one of the dies in the set. And there's another, like a miniature version of that stitched look. And then we've got this design here. Ooh, if you stand still, Rachel, it will clarify itself. It actually looks lighter in the camera than it is. That's funny. And this is a green color, mint macaron color. Very subtle designs on most of these, aren't they? I love this kind of stuff where it's just kind of a wash look. Very, gives it depth without, having dimensionals. There's another one like that. They're almost like different cloth. You know, the designs in this, they're like different cloth. And then, hey, Karen from Minnesota. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Leslie's from Minnesota. No, Leslie? She's not from Minnesota, is she? Is she? Maybe she is. Anyways, I know Karen is. She's very close to me. I'm going to shut up, put my foot in my mouth. I'm going to have to look that up now. I thought she was further away. And there we have kind of, it looks like a scene. Like, oh, there we go. Like deserty scene, right? There you go. That's cool. All right, so that's the basic 12 by 12 papers that come in there. And then you've got these foiled ones. And the foiled ones, you get 2 sheets of each. And the colors are, and this will surprise you, Cajun Craze, Petal Pink, and Soft Succulent. Because this one, there's actually a bluish color to the foily part. I know this looks very soft succulent-y in here with some kind of like coppery gold, more like a brass-ish kind of color. But this is more like a blue. So you got greens and blues on that one. And then on this one, you got your gosh, what did they call that? Cajun Craze and Petal Pink. Yeah, I don't see much Petal Pink in there, but I definitely see some Cajun Craze in there. So, oh, okay, thanks, Karen. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know where Leslie lives. Thanks, Karen. Okay, next from that suite, and I only have one more thing from that suite. I didn't get it all. But this is, oh, and I didn't even open it yet. These are called gold faceted adhesive back sequins. And some are round, some are moon shape, and some are teardrop shape. Cool, right? So you can have little moons in your background, in your scenes. All right, better put these back in the container. Peeking back here. Okay, next suite. The next suite is not a full suite either, but I had to get some parts and pieces to it. So this suite that I'm sharing now is from the, what is it? Ready to Ride. The Ready to Ride suite is so cool, you guys. And I don't know anyone personally close to me that owns a bike that I could get a ride from, but I'm just saying that this bike suite is really cool. It's got a motorcycle in it. It's got, oh gosh, yeah, it's got a motorcycle in it. It's probably because when I was younger, I did have a boyfriend that had a motorcycle. Not this kind of motorcycle, but yeah, I just maybe have a small passion for motorcycles. Ready to Ride, 12 by 12, and the colors are basic black, basic gray, which you'll see on this side of the paper. And then there's also pumpkin pie, soft suede, and very vanilla. So let's take a peek at these. On this side, you see this design here. And on the back side, you've got your motorcycles. All of these motorcycles, not all of them, sorry, I lied. Half of the motorcycles should die cut with the dies because it's the one facing in a certain direction. So you can cut out a bunch of your motorcycles with the dies if you get the dies. I didn't get the dies. I didn't get the stamp set. And I love this. Yes, ideal for male cards, but also female cards, I have to say. You've got your checkerboard look here. And I love how Susan said this would be great for doing with the that milkshakes bundle, because you could, it's like, you know, the old-fashioned ice cream parlors and the floor, and it had kind of like that black and white look or whatever, but you could have like a black and white or black and gray little floor look on your card. On this side, you've got your attire and tools for your motorcycle person. Cool, cool, cool. And on here, we've got our nuts. And on this side, we have different sections that you cut out to make cards with. So you could take and, or even like do some scrapbooking with it, you know. I bet these areas are 3 by 4. I bet they are. 3 by 4. Pocket page scrapbookers, there you go. So, Jan-Apr, I like it. No. No, I don't think I can relate to a Harley rider. But for some reason, I'm just attracted to all of that. Like the look of it, it's just so cool and strong. And but no, myself, I don't think I could wear the leather. It's not me fashion wise, but maybe in another life, I was that. I don't know, because I think it's really awesome. All right, and then we've got our tools, our wrenches that are crisscrossing, and on the back side we have all these little places that you can visit when you're on the road with your motorcycle or with your car or your camper or whatever. You've got your cafe, and you've got your gas station, and your drive-through, and your garage that you have to go get repairs at. Just cool, really fun stuff. Tire tracks, and then the back side of that looks like the embossing folder that comes with that suite, which I didn't get yet. Biker Babe, woohoo! Funny Jennifer. I'm not gonna repeat that one. And then we've got flowers. And on this side we've got a map that's covered up by road signs. So you can kind of see the map on the under layer of that. I wonder where that map is from. So someone that has time, tell me, get the map and analyze it and figure out what map this is actually from, right? Route 66, possibly from that area. Who knows? Alrighty. Oh, what else is from that suite? I did get one more thing. Sorry, I only got 2 things from that suite, but I had to get the studs. And that kind of reminds me of what Jennifer just said. So I got some studs, you guys. I got the black and the matte silver studs. And they are self-adhesive. You got your rectangle-y shape and your circles, and then you've got your diamond shapes. So definitely will, I mean, if you're looking for some products for masculine cards, this definitely would work for that. And yes, McQueen. Thank you, Jennifer. Maybe that's why I like it too, because we're big into those Cars movies too. My boys, yeah, love that stuff. All right, one more set of papers, and this comes from another suite. How many suites have we gone through? I have one more suite left, so this one and another one. This suite is called Enjoy the Journey. It's not having to do with motorcycling, but journey in a different kind of travel mode. The colors that are in this paper are, and you're going to love this, you guys. Everyone's going to be just like floored by the beauty of this set of papers. Coastal Cabana, Garden Green, Highland Heather, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, Polished Pink, Pumpkin Pie, Starry Sky. Nice, bold, striking, rich, deep colors. And I think we figured out that you could make, if you wanted to, cut some of these papers in half and then cut them this way to get 6 different panels. You could get 48 cards from this pack with all of those layers. So this would be 6 cards. And then you've got, of course, 6 more, right? So you get 12 card front layers just from this. And then you just stamp the front with words, right? Here's the back side of that paper. So your mountain scenes. And here's another set of 12. So that's what, 24 now. No, you could do anything that you want with these papers, but oh, beautiful night sky paper. But yeah, if you want some instant quick cards, this pack is ideal. Here's another one where you could cut it in half. So now we're up to 36. Cut it in half this way, and then 2 more cuts gives you 6 layers of each. Beautiful, beautiful. And on the back side, you have your Melon Mambo design there. And then I'm going to show you this one next, because this is the last one. So now we're up to 48. Beautiful mountains, cut in half, cut into 6 pieces. Yep, really cool. 48 cards, you guys. This is not Sale-A-Bration paper. Nope. Ananda, this is, it's called, what's it called? The paper is called Enjoy the Journey, and it's from the Enjoy the Journey suite. So this one here has clouds at the bottom and then just kind of atmosphere swirling up at the top. And there's the back side of that. And then you've got your forest, aerial view of the forest, along with your, yeah, your lines of color. I don't know how to describe patterns sometimes, you guys. I just kind of got stuck on that one. Yeah, your lines of color. Then we've got this fun stuff, and it's called Enamel Sticker Icons. I thought they were smaller, and when I got them in my box, I was like, whoa, they're way bigger than I thought they were, and they're kind of stuck to themselves. There we go. All right, so you get 4 sheets of these, and they are like 3/4 of an inch in diameter. They're big. You've got the black and white design, and then, oh, that one came off. And then what you do is you use your blends and you color them. So I colored this one with Coastal Cabana and this one with Pumpkin Pie, and then you can, you know, make your embellishments catered to the paper too, right? Really cool paper. So pretty. Alrighty. Next. You still with me, you guys? This is the last suite that I'm sharing with you, and this one I have everything. I believe this one is the Fancy Flora suite. So the Fancy Flora suite actually has 2 different bundles. Stamp set die bundles, I should say. So you've got your Something Fancy word stamp set and your Something Fancy die stamp set. And you can see that you've got a tag shape in here. You've got all these little layers of labels and things like that. These dies can go inside of here so that when you cut them, they have a fun little design at the top, or just a hole at the top, or a flower at the top. The Something Fancy dies, and then here are the words. The words are cling mount. I do have to tell you something that just came to mind. There's a choice in the catalog this time that we haven't had for a while, and it's a choice between what kind of stamps do you want. Before we used to have wood mount or cling mount. Now we have the cling mount or photopolymer, and it's not for all of them. It's not for all of them, but just certain ones, like the Firefly set that I shared with you. That one, you have a choice. You can get it in the clear mount, or I'm sorry, cling mount, or you can get it in photopolymer. So, was that Kathy that said that? Are you sure you didn't get everything? I'm sure. I'm sorry. I'm taking up a lot of time here, aren't I? But yeah, I did get a lot. I think I'm set for several months now. But yeah, some fun sayings in here. Really pretty fonts. Kind of covers everything. Something for everything kind of set, right? Then you've got another bundle that comes in this suite. It's the 2-toned Flora set of dies and 2-tone Flora stamp set. So look at this one here. These are fun, aren't they? You can do a whole card front with a die like this. Lots and lots of cutting details. And then you've got your frame pieces here that will cut out these images here. It's a 2-toned or 2-step stamp set. I remember, and Kelly is on live with us right now. I remember one of her parties. She's my cousin, by the way. But we had a party with her back a long time ago when I first started. I want to say the party is now like maybe 22, 21 years ago that we had this. And I was featuring 2-step stamping, and one of the gals there who had just got introduced to stamping was just like this. Like her jaw was dropped. She was so, surprised at how cool that was to layer 2 images on top of each other and get a fuller image. And I had felt that same way when I saw that. Okay, and then we also have, we gotta see these, and I don't think I've pulled them out yet. These are the iridescent pastel gems. And they're a little higher profile, but they're pretty, so you can't pass them up. There they go. Yep, pretty, pretty, pretty. Let's see if I can look them up and see what color they are. We are in the Fancy Flora, so 14, 17. The colors are Calypso Coral, Balmy Blue, and Gold. They're calling this gold? That is not gold. I'm going to look that up again. Yeah, they're calling it gold. But it's okay, I can see that there's some yellow to it, but it's more of an iridescent color in my mind. So, We've got some ribbon also in this pack, and the ribbon comes in pool party color, and I haven't even opened that yet. Gosh, because I guess this wasn't the thing that I shared with our demonstrator live. Remember I said that my upline Susan and I team up, and this was a product that she shared, so I didn't have to even open these up yet. Craziness. Oh gosh. And you're going to have a fun time opening them while you're live on camera too, Rachel. So this ribbon is one of my favorite colors. I think we'll get it if we just peel it. There we go. One of my favorite colors, Pool Party. Just a pretty color. Ooh, that's nice. It's ribbed. It's kind of got a ribbed feel to it. Let's see, it's called, oh, that's because it's called Grosgrain ribbon. Grosgrain, and it's probably 3/8 of an inch wide. Oh, it's nice and soft. It works well to make a bow. Ideal. There you go. So that's fun. And then we've got this shimmer paper. And the shimmery paper comes in 3 different colors. Look at that stuff. And it looks just like it does on camera. Really cool. The colors are Fresh Freesia, Soft Succulent, and Gold. Absolutely. And they're just kind of a subtle shimmer. I love that our shimmer and glimmer papers, the glitter does not come off in your hands. I was going through some stuff. Oh, I was going through some garage sale stuff the other day, and I'm trying to remember why, but yeah. Anyways, I was going through it, and there was a pack of paper in there from some other company, and it got all over the place. It was just like, so thankfully since then we've vacuumed in the basement, but it was not fun to have all that glitter everywhere. Even though I love glitter, it was not fun to have that everywhere. Okay, I've been playing around with these papers, so I have to open up another pack in front of you to show you this gorgeous set. So this paper is called Fancy Flora. We got Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Night of Navy, Orchid Oasis, Pool Party, Soft Seafoam, Soft Suede, and Soft Succulent. We have 3 colors with the word soft in it. Did you guys know that? All right, so here we go. They've got kind of that, that there was another set of papers that we had a while back. Artistic Impressions, was that? I don't know. I can't think of the name of it now. No? Yeah, no, I don't remember. Anyways, look at, it's just like a bunch of paint, like little, like you can see the brush strokes and the thickness and thinness areas. I mean, it's just really cool. It's as if you're looking at canvas, somebody's painted canvas pieces. So pretty, right? So there's that beautiful 6x6 paper. And that's that sweet. Okay, we have just a little bit left, as you can see. All right, we're gonna go with one more bundle, and then we've got some a la carte stuff that I got, just even though it doesn't necessarily go with something else that I got, but I got it anyways. So this here is a 3-pack that kind of coordinates together. This is the bundle. So you have your embossing folder, dies, and stamp set, and they're all the Sweet Citrus, and it's called the Sweet Citrus Hybrid pack here. So you've got your embossing folder, which opens up, and then you set this die. Oops, let's see if we can set it in there right. Goes on this side. There we go. You set this die right in here. You put your paper down, you fold it over, and it die cuts and embosses nice and deeply all of those images. So, or you can use it without that die. Or you can, you know, stamp and then die cut those images with the dies, because they coordinate with the stamps too. And then you've got some other dies in here that work with some of the images here. So very fun. Citrus, I love fruit images too. Fruits, flowers, bugs. All right, some a la carte stuff. So just things that I got because either I earned them for free during Vienna or I wanted to get them, right? What was the DSP with the fine art suite from last? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was the fine art suite from last year that I was thinking of, Karen. Thank you for mentioning the name of it. Okay, 10 more minutes before dinner. Okay, I'll hurry. Decorative borders. We've got just some fun foliage images that can connect together, make some great borders. Decorative borders is that set. And then we've got hand-drawn dots. This one, I think both of these I got gifted to me when I was in Vienna. So I'm not sure quite yet what I'm inspired to do with them. This one I had to get just because of the words. I love connecting words to make different phrases. The Best Family Ever stamp set. Very personalized this way, right? You can personalize your cards for different people that you know and love. And then, of course, had to get this one. This is a $1 Million Achievers stamp set, Erica Serwins. So she helped to create and design this one. It's called Taco Fiesta. It's photopolymer. It's got little faces, just like one of those past paper pumpkin kits with the bananas, and when they personified those cute little images in that kit. Anyway, so you can personify your avocados and your tacos and your peppers and your cacti. And just really cute, punny kind of sentiments that go with it too. Just that'll be a fun one. And you can't pass up the alphabet dies. So these dies are the alphabet a la mode. And if they look like they're backwards, it's because that's the way dies look when you get them. But when you flip them over and you put them onto your paper, that will cut out a Z. So there we go. You got your numbers, your letters. You even have some letters that things that will work with different languages. You've got your accents, accent aigus, and all that kind of stuff for different countries, or different languages like French. I know that one, accent aigu, because my sister has that in her name. You've got mini blending brushes, you guys. So they're tinier than our other ones. So if you want to get in smaller spaces, or, because the bigger ones, it's harder sometimes to get in those tiny spaces. So I would definitely grab up a set of these so you can work with the smaller spots. Maybe great for travel, take up less room. Okay. All right, bringing this pile forward. We're getting into some celebration things now, and I'm going to show you the rest of these items, and all of them have to do with celebration, or they coordinate with celebration. So the Dainty Delight stamp set and dies. Oh my gosh, you guys, these make really pretty cards. These two right here are like two of my favorites that are in there. Just really cool, right? And then, of course, you got your frames to go around your different images. You have your beautiful fonts. So that's called Dainty Delights. And they coordinate with this designer paper that you can get for free during celebration. So this one and the back side of that. This one is like what we had in that adventure pack of paper where you can cut it in half. You have different card fronts. Excuse me. And then we've got our green side. We've got some beautiful little frames that you can cut out and borders on the back side of that one. Oh my gosh, I love this one. So pretty. Green on green. And there's fresh freesia, kind of polka dotty look. We've got our purples. And we've got a nice deep starry sky. I think that's starry sky color. And then we've got more foliage. And the colors that go with this 12 by 12 paper are Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Rich Razzleberry. Yep, Starry Sky. I guessed it right. All right, next. Here's another set of papers that you can get for free. Oh, I already opened it. From Sale-A-Bration. And this one has the dark background so that the images really pop. So that is a trick with cardstock. If you put something against black or white, you're going to have a lot of pop of color, just so you know. So if you see me creating with black and white card bases a lot, it's mainly because, first of all, those two color cardstocks are easy to just keep on hand because they're basic, but they just really, like, they don't compete. You know what I mean? They put whatever is on the front of them as the star of the show. So here we have this paper. Again, there's a black background subtly back there. You can barely see it, but it's really making those flowers pop. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh la la. Oh my gosh, that almost looks velvety. That's really cool. Wow. I haven't opened these yet, can you tell? Will the blending brush holder hold the bigger brushes? I'm going to have to look that up. Because I don't know. Aren't you making dinner? Or was that someone else that said that? Hang on a minute. Let me read. Blending brush storage, page 67. Holds 9 large or 6... Wait, no. Holds 9 large or small brushes. Yes. It's supposed to hold both. So hope that answers your question. I keep looking off to that side because I think the camera's there, and it's there, right, right above where the comments are coming in. I'd have to get used to this if I decide to do this, but it's kind of fun experiment. Here's the back side of that, and then we've got our multicolored one. Now I want to show you, and I can't show you, I guess. I can't show you, but there is a product that's in the catalog. There's the back side of that. That goes with this. It's a stamp set that has these same type of flowers. And I want to say the dies that coordinate will also cut them out. So there we go. Very pretty. Colors in those are Basic Black, Blackberry Bliss, Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Mossy Meadow, and Petal Pink. Hey, there's where that thing went to. All right, my last pile. These are all Sale-A-Bration items. So all of these you get free with a $50 or a $100 order in January or February, okay? Beautifully Happy. Thanks, Jennifer. You're so cute. Beautifully Happy. You make me laugh, so I think you've got a great sense of humor. This one has like a two-step look to it too. So you can do your outline and then you can do your fill-in type of thing to create a fuller look. You've got lots of different sentiments in here. If you're a beginning crafter, this is one of those ideal sets because you've got your thank you, your birthday, happy thoughts, you know. So a great all-around kind of stamp set. Any stamp set with flowers and all occasion images is perfect for a beginning crafter, right? Then you've got this one, which is really nice as far as adding to your sentiment collection, because you've got things in here like my shoulder is yours. It's okay not to feel okay. It's so funny. Like I'm getting teary-eyed just reading these because I am so emotional. I'm one of those people that have way too much empathy. There are so many ways you might feel right now. Alone shouldn't be one of them. Courage is really being scared and doing it anyway. Good luck, you know, so you can read the rest of them, but really a great addition to things that you might already have on hand. In the country, this one here reminds me of when I was traveling in Europe. Just really cool. We don't see that here in the States. It's like attached to an old building with an old door and old steps and lots of greenery growing along the wall and really fun. This is what you see a lot in in the States. You see these kinds of scenes because we have a lot of open spaces, don't we? So very fun stamp set. We've got adorable owls. Oh, so cute. I love the big eyes on these guys, and you've even got the little white spot in the eyes. That's just something that a lot of artists and cartoonists have, like, it seems like we really emphasize those in cartooning nowadays. Just kind of fun to see that. But yeah, I love these owls. They're adorable, and I have a feeling that they are going to be a great big hit. This is cool. This is a huge, and I've already cut into it, pack of designer paper. And I think what I'm going to do for this is I'm just going to breeze through it so that you can see both sides, okay? So you can see all the different patterns that come in this one. Pastel-y kinds of colors, cheerful. You've got your stripes. You've got fun patterns with flowers in them, polka dots, zigzags, things that are subtle, things that are a little bolder. There you go. Who doesn't want that pack for free? It's free with a $100 order. So you'll want to make sure that you get in on ordering during January or February. When this catalog kicks off, January 5th, this kicks off as well. So January 5th through February 28th. And this catalog will run through May 1st. And on May 2nd, there will not be a mini catalog, but that is around the time when the annual, I believe, kicks into gear. So you'll notice that this one's a little bit shorter than our past mini catalogs at this time of year, but our our annual catalog, this one goes to May 1st. And so on May 2nd, a new annual catalog will begin. This one will end. So this is like 4 months, January, February, March, April. So keep that in mind. And the first 2 parts of that, 2 months of that are Sale-A-Bration earning periods. On the note of this too, just here, I want to mention this too. The annual catalog, the reason why they did that is because there was a lot of times where we would have something that had an in color from the in color collection. Somebody delete that person if you can. I don't want all this spam on my stuff. But yeah, we've got what was I saying? Sometimes you have products in here that have outgoing in colors. And this catalog used to not retire until after the new annual had started, and then we couldn't get like cardstock and stuff like that. So that was the reasoning for that. I want to tell you too that in May, you'll be able to purchase my $1 million stamp set because that will be in the next annual. So I'm super excited about that. So some of you have been asking. All right, I think that's it. Did I do it in that 10-minute time span? I'm going to let you all go. And I appreciate that you came live with me. I think I am used to looking over in the other direction. So I'm just going to flip my iPad around so that I'm looking at you because I didn't get used to this at all. But yeah, comments are over here. Camera was over there. It's okay. We're figuring it out. But I hope you had a good peek at what's coming. This is not even a fraction of it. There's so much more in the catalog. I can't even tell you. But at least you could see what I grabbed up or what I earned for free or, you know, all that kind of stuff. So enjoy your dinner. And we will be live this Wednesday on YouTube and Facebook at 11 a.m. Central Time for the regular online paper crafting classes. So take care, everyone. Bye. Thanks for joining.